Hello and welcome everyone. Check out the incredible growth on this channel in the last month. Without publishing a single new video since my last monetization update about 30 days ago, my subscribers have skyrocketed from 461 to 563. That's a mind-blowing 21% increase. And the views, they went through the roof, soaring from about 15,400 to almost 20,000, which is an astonishing 29% more than just over a month ago. Watch time is also up 26%. Again, this is without publishing any new content in the last month. How is this possible? In this video, I'm going to figure out and reveal to you what I think I did to achieve this, but also share some juicy insights into whether YouTube's new thumbnail test and compare feature contributed to this. And then finally, I want to talk about some shocking revelations this experience has uncovered on how the YouTube algorithm might be working under the covers. Let's dive in. So I wasn't able to publish any content in the 2 weeks leading up to vacation and then the 2 weeks after and while I was on vacation. So the last video I published was the how to get vidIQ for free video here. I was a bit worried that my views and subscribers would take a hit during this time. I was trying really hard to not have another month-long break in my publishing schedule this year. When I checked my analytics periodically during vacation though, I was blown away. Despite not publishing anything, my views and subscribers trended up. Well, at least for the most part, as it does seem that some of the latest content might be losing subscribers occasionally. This got me wondering, did I do anything in this last month to spur this growth? Did I batch create videos before vacation to schedule out while I was gone, like I had intended? Did I manage to edit and publish at least one video while I was away? No and no. Despite my intentions to do all of that, I didn't publish anything, as I mentioned earlier. And no, I didn't even experiment with community posts like I had planned, even when I noticed I passed 500 subscribers one day while I was away. Instead, I decided to fully embrace my 2-week vacation, camping and enjoying quality time with my family in a beautiful house right on the beach, and that I would create a combined weeks 3, 4, 5, and 6 monetization update video you are watching now to talk about revelations I have had recently around a couple of month-long publishing breaks on my channel so far this year. So here I am in week 6, halfway through my 90-day monetization challenge, and I haven't published anything in 30 days. That's not good. But like I said, despite this, channel stats, all channel stats for the month have improved. And this isn't the first time this has happened either. The last time I had a month-long break in the publishing schedule, a similar thing happened, although the last time it happened, it was way more obvious what was going on the first time it happened. And that's when it hit me. The answer to my channel's growth wasn't in what I did during my publishing break. It was somewhere in what I did before it, obviously. 4 days before my last monetization update, I was able to publish a banger of a video. Well, banger is a relative term for me on this channel. And that was my how to get vidIQ for free video right here. What was special about that video? There are 2 things I can think of that may have affected growth without publishing new content for over a month. Number 1, it was only the second video on this channel out of 16 so far where I could say I was able to check all of the boxes on the keyword research and YouTube SEO process I used to create the first successful video on the channel. But stay with me here. I don't think it's as simple as just focusing on keyword research and YouTube SEO, which I get the sense is somewhat unpopular on YouTube these days. I get it, but I'm starting to think that search and successful search optimization doesn't work the way everyone thinks it does on YouTube. The first successful video on this channel is the Page Speed Insights tutorial, which to this day is driving most of the growth on the channel for months now. Despite me targeting YouTube search very hard on that video, most of the views, subscribers, and watch time still come from browse on that video. Number 2, the other special thing about the how to get vidIQ for free video is it was the first video I got to try out the thumbnail test and compare feature on, which was supposed to wrap up sometime near the middle of my publishing break. Did that have any effect on growth during the publishing gap? You can see here that the test finished without a conclusive result, despite there being almost a 5% difference in watch time from this video to this video. YouTube still selected this thumbnail to make visible to all viewers. What are the 2 to 3 most likely and shortest answers to the question of why a split test could finish without a conclusive result?
A split test could finish without a conclusive result because of insufficient sample size, small effect size, or high variability in the data.
Okay, I seem to remember some of that from my probability and statistics classes in college, so there probably wasn't enough views during the test to measure a difference, or the difference wasn't big enough. Maybe my thumbnails were a little bit too similar. Note, you can scroll down and click on the Manage Test button here, and either set one of these other thumbnails as the main one, or start a new test, which it says your current test will be deleted. So I'm not going to do that right now, but be sure to screen capture your results or something like that if you're going to start a new test. But also look at this. If you look at impressions and click-through rate, as part of the YouTube test and compare feature, it gives you a little icon in this view to show you when the split test took place. I like it. Thank you, YouTube. And there is this super interesting shift that took place here. Immediately after the split test, click-through rate really gets a boost and stays there, never dipping below 4% again. I really like this too, which reminds me, if you like this video and are finding information in my analytics helpful to you, like how this new YouTube split test feature works, could you please click on the like button for me? Thanks. Oddly, this increase in click-through rate did not result in any increase in views right here around day 16, June 30th, despite the number of impressions the video is getting seeming to remain constant. How is that possible? A deep dive into analytics reveals that the increased click-through rate is actually the result of impressions from the suggested feed dropping off right here. Click-through rate on suggested videos, you know, those little videos that show up in the sidebar while watching another video, are notoriously low. So for a while there, it was dragging down the overall click-through rate calculation. The click-through rate from about June 30th on is more of a combination of the search and browse feature click-through rates. But here is potentially shocking revelation number 1, which is one of the reasons I love to dive into analytics and try to reverse engineer algorithms. Is YouTube using impressions from the suggested feed more than other features to split test thumbnails? The evidence suggests that this might be the case. I can't be sure yet, it might just be a coincidence, but this is something I'm going to look for in the future. So now that we know the split test was inconclusive and got to the bottom of the rise in click-through rate, the jury is still out on whether or not the test and compare or split test feature is helping this video perform better in the short or long term and cause channel growth during a gap in publishing. I have noticed that impressions and views do still seem to be increasing, especially for search. So I may try switching to that other thumbnail that had the 35% watch time share to see if that has an effect down the road. That click-through rate on search is especially good, so impressions and views from search have been steadily increasing, which might mean the video is moving up in the rankings. Certainly an increase in rankings could contribute to growth without new content. So let's look into that and launch a new private Firefox window and check on the rankings on the top 2 videos real quick. Yes, look at this. GetVidIQ for free is ranking 3rd for the targeted search term, and the PageSpeed Insights tutorial is also ranking pretty high for the fairly broad search term PageSpeed Insights. And in preparation for potentially shocking revelation number 2, which I am getting to, I want to point out that in this case, I am explicitly searching for a topic here in the search bar. So that is what I think of as an explicit search. But these top 2 performing videos on this channel also get a good share of their views from the browse feature, even though every aspect of them has been optimized for search. The PageSpeed Insights video actually gets most of its views from browse, and it's always been that way. Why is this? The pattern I'm noticing, which leads into the second potentially shocking revelation here, is that videos that are getting ranked and a decent amount of views from explicit search always get a decent amount of traffic from browse features as well, despite being optimized for search and successfully ranking for the targeted search terms. This makes me wonder, could this mean that search on YouTube doesn't quite work the way we think it does? I mean, why on earth would anyone choose to click on a title and thumbnail that's been painstakingly crafted to address a specific niche goal amidst a vast ocean of sensationalized, attention-grabbing clickbait that floods their YouTube homepage and other browsing they do on the platform? I think the answer could be that it's because there is a part of us that is always implicitly searching for something, and that most views on YouTube are driven by this implicit search. Here's what I mean by that. We all have some unanswered questions in our life that we need answers to, or that we haven't found answers to that we are totally happy with yet. And most of us are trying to learn more about our interests when we are on YouTube. Sometimes we don't even know what questions to ask next to further our learning. So when we see what looks like a really good answer to a burning question we currently have, or looks like an answer to a question we didn't know we needed to ask, it doesn't matter what we are doing at the moment, we are going to drop what we are doing to click on it and get our question answered. So like in the Google results with the related searches and people also asked sections, YouTube is trying to predict what questions you will have or should have next and serve some of those up to you all the time to feed that ever-present implicit searching that we are doing, that knowledge hunt we are constantly on. The YouTube keyword research and SEO process I have been using is just the only way I currently know how to discover what these evergreen questions and topics are and which ones a small channel like this one can get traction on. And it does look like it takes YouTube somewhere between 2 weeks to 1 month to figure out whether or not a video is going to get traction longer term in search and browse features. But then after that, it seems like even if you have a publishing gap like this, growth is still going to happen as long as there's some activity before that, at least one video that has successfully uncovered an evergreen question that the video's content can answer. And it also seems success breeds success on YouTube. When that Get vidIQ for free video started to get traction in search, it seemed to increase traffic on other videos that had dwindled previously. Here on the PageSpeed Insights tutorial video, and here on the Unlighthouse tutorial video. So if you want to know more about the YouTube keyword research and SEO process I'm using to get more views and subscribers, watch this next video here. And if you aren't seeing a video to click here yet, then please subscribe and turn on notifications so you will get notified when it comes out in the next couple of weeks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.